Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of February 1st. I'm Nicole Eriks, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
And Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
We're moms of teens and young adults, so when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and today it's really only half a complaint because we're actually talking about not only the worst, but the best parts of the day when we were raising and are raising our kids. So this just came from a tweet that I saw this morning where a dad was complaining about the morning routine and how it was like the worst part of his day, and because his kids were young and waking him up early, and he was a night owl, and it was just a real struggle. And then it made me think, like, when I was having babies, the morning was the worst. The morning I dreaded. And
see also our recent discussion about morning people versus night.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But I just could not get up as early as my kids and be a cheerful, functioning human mother. Like, it's just not in me. And the other part of the day that I hated, and actually I still do to this day, is like from 3 until 5 o'clock. I don't know what it is with that time of day, but I can't stand it. I'm tired. I want to nap, but then I don't want to nap because, bedtime's coming, and then I'm getting anxious thinking about what I'm going to make for dinner. And like, it's full of fraught, that time of my day.
Aww.
I also think that time of day is a little hard because you're like, oh no, the work day's coming to an end and I don't have that much to show for myself.
Yes, exactly. Like, oh, there goes another day down the drain.
Right.
Yeah. Or just even like with my kids, they would be home from school, right? They'd come home at like 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd be trying to entertain them, get them get them to do their homework, try and figure out dinner, then rush off to sports. Like, oh my gosh, did not like that time at all. And now it's just, so that was when they were younger, of course, and now it's just filled with, should I nap or shouldn't I?
The deep, abiding question of our time.
Right.
So
stressful.
Yeah, so it really hasn't changed for me. It's been consistently morning and 3 to 5 o'clock. And how about you guys? Have things?
Well, you didn't say your bests.
Oh, my best time of day? Okay, probably like between 10 and midnight. It's when everybody's asleep. I can do what I want. I can watch what I want. I can eat what I want. I can just wander the halls if I want. Nobody's going to ask me to do anything. Yeah, that's my favorite time of day. But most definitely. Yeah. How about you guys? Best, worst? Terry?
Well, when my kids were young, I think the best time of my day was when they got home from school and I could find out what had gone on and I could look through their backpacks for whatever was in there. It was always, the whole time they had been at school, I'd been worrying, what's happening? What are they doing? Is everything okay? And so there was that little moment of thrill when they got home to be able to debrief. Neither of them was that great with answering questions, but I do definitely remember looking through the backpacks, looking at all the folders, looking at all the notes, looking at the homework and all of that stuff and feeling like I was reconnected to the objects of my obsession after our traumatic time apart. So I don't really have that anymore. When they come home from work, it's not that interesting, but and they don't bring things home. They don't bring little souvenirs for me to pour over. But I do remember that.
Do they ever bring like French fries or?
No, they don't.
Really?
Occasionally, my daughter brings home a piece of birthday cake because somebody's had a party at work, but she does not share it. She just puts it in the refrigerator. She eats it later. So, boo. So, and worst time, I don't know, back then was probably the getting ready in the morning and because I am not a morning person My son is not. My daughter is. She sometimes would take care of some of the morning stuff once she got old enough. But just always kind of feeling like I'm running behind and that, we're going to be late or, we're going to have to really hustle to get going on time. And that's still, I still have trouble getting out of bed and just getting started with my day. And then there's the self-loathing around 10 o'clock when I realize that I've just wasted so much time. Whatever time I've started working, I've still wasted.
It was too late.
And also the point at which I wake up like at 1 or 2 in the morning and realize that time at 9 o'clock when I was just going to close my eyes for a few minutes had turned into many hours of unproductive time. That's not so bright.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, other than that, day's kind of just the day now.
Yeah.
But then I was definitely very, very antsy when they were at school and very eager to,
You
get
didn't
my bag o' clues when they were home.
You didn't look forward to just having that time to yourself and...
Well, I guess to some degree, but at the same time, I was always worried about what was going on, Neither of them just kind of went off all carefree to school. There was always stuff. So, stuff for me a rich vein of worry for me to explore in their absence. So, golly, if they'd had like phones and I could have texted them throughout the day, that would have been bad. We're lucky that their schooling came when it did. Before that was common. But
yes,
they were in college really before they got iPhones, and my daughter was late in high school before she got any sort of phone at all. So I was cut off.
How about you, Catherine?
I think when they were school age, one of the best times was that school pickup because like during the years when they were both at the same school, they would always stay and play on the playground for a while after school, and all the parents would just stand around and chit chat. And that was really nice, because you felt like, the kids are getting like social time and active play, and the moms are getting some social time too. And that was a really nice, it was just like a good community, that school most of the time. So that was very nice. And worst, I don't know. I mean, I was never usually a big fan of bedtime. Just like this, and even to this day, I'm always like, go to bed, because I'm stressing about the amount of sleep. I'm doing that thing where, like, if you fall asleep now, you'll get X hours, and that is still happening for my kid, not so much for me. But, it used to be when they were little, you put them to bed and then you had a couple of hours of time to do whatever you wanted or needed. And now, most of the time, I'm going to bed before them. So then I may or may not fall asleep because I'm sitting there wondering when they're actually going to go to bed.
Yeah.
So,
right.
That's annoying.
Tends to happen in our house lately is that my daughter just puts herself to bed very early. We don't even know she's in bed. She just goes. But my son will come out and find my husband and I asleep on the couch and wake us up to put him to bed.
Hey guys, got a job to
do. So we just wake up enough to say prayers with him from our spots on the couch, and then he goes to bed. He's learning, but
it's cute that he comes and looks.
It is,
yeah,
it's very cute.
Yeah,
we were for a while getting up then and going to the bedroom with him, but now we're just like, can you just go put your son? You can just go get into bed, right, buddy? It's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other good. I mean, obviously when they were babies, like the sleeping and waking parts were, or the sleeping and the nighttime and early morning stuff was always a challenge for sure.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed, like, when they were littler, the reading books part of bedtime was always nice. And sometimes the bath, when they were enjoying it and not protesting it.
My kids were it was so long for them to get to sleep. And just, it was, that was kind of an agonizing time too. Just to get them to settle down. And then once they were down, it was like I was on my own time. Yeah.
Dinner time is kind of a nice time at our house. We actually do the whole family around the table at the same time, dinners.
Right.
Unless somebody's working, but most of the time we're all there. It's kind of nice. You don't do that much conversing, but a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we do the birthday game, my husband and I. Well, the kids just watch board. But still, we're all there.
Yeah.
Eating the same thing. So.
Yeah, when we do that, it's always nice. And little things like, walking a dog together or something is usually, something that's just kind of quiet and ordinary, but can really feel good to do.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is
Or like
true.
some of the commuting, driving them around times, you complain about it a lot, but you also get a lot of, you can sometimes get a lot out of it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're trapped.
That's right.
They can't leave.
Captive audience.
Yep, that's right. Absolutely.
Yes. And of course, the joy that we have when we gather around the iPhone and listen to podcasts together, right? Is that the happiest part of your family's day?
A family activity.
When they ask, we sit down to dinner and they say, "So, Mom, what did you talk about on your podcast? What embarrassing things did you say about us?" And I'll say, "Eat your dinner. Shut up. Guess whose birthday it is today?" Best part of our day is saying, "That's it for today's round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll obsess about our wild childhoods." Well, some of us. And then on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundabout Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there on our Facebook page or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.